What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is day 3 of our 31 winter backpacking tips in 31 days, and today's tip is very simple. While you're planning and before you go out, make sure that you know the exact time of the sunrise and of the sunset. The nights are extremely long and cold in the winter, and you don't want to be stuck in a position where you didn't see it coming, or it got darker faster than you'd expect it to be, and now you haven't set up camp and it's in the dark. The rule of thumb here in the summer or in the winter, but specifically in the winter, because winter is unforgivable, and honestly, one mistake can lead all the way down to death. And I don't want to be morbid here or negative. It's just the reality of the winter backpacking trips is that you have to be significantly more careful. You can last a night out in the middle of the summer without a shelter, without a proper camp, lost in the woods. You're most likely going to be fine if the weather cooperates. But in the winter time, this is not going to be the reality here. So you always have to be in tune as you're traveling throughout the day as to where the sun is at in the sky. And because in the winter time the sun is so low at the horizon, when I say sometimes you don't see nightfall coming, is that it's just so low all the time, and next thing you know, within an hour it's already at dusk, and then it's already dark, and you can get caught off guard very fast. So the way I do it, and I want to basically jump on the computer and show you the tool that I use. Very simple tool, but it's one that I use all the time, and I usually print the data along with the forecast, and I put it all in my map case when I go out. And I go on timeanddate.com to find all that beautiful information usually. And right here you have sun and moon, and I usually go sun calculator. And then you got to input the place where you're going. So let's say we're going, again, let's keep the themes of the Adirondack Mountains. So let's go Keene Valley. You could write Lake Placid, but Keene Valley, it's an area of the high peaks that I like to go often. And then what you can do here is you can select your month. So let's say we go to the month of February. So we're actually just going to select it right here, February 2021, perfect, which is typically a time that I go often. So now you have all the dates here on the left. So let's say we're going February 11th to 13th. You have the sunrise time and the sunset time here. So 7 a.m. to 5:19 p.m. This is a very short day when you think about it, so that's why you really want to see it coming. I often start in the winter before sunrise, and that's fine because you know that the sun is about to rise, so it just buys you a lot of time. But I really always try to make sure my camp is set up before sunset for safety purposes, and to be all hunkered in and have found a safe location to camp and all that. So you'll see also on this website there's a lot of other information. If you go down to the right here, astronomical twilight, nautical twilight, civil twilight, all of this is extra data. What I often recommend is just stick to the sunrise and sunset. So this will typically be as soon as the sun kind of leaves the horizon, because then there's dusk and dawn, and this is what they call astronomical twilight and nautical twilight and whatnot. And honestly, you don't want to account for the residual daylight when you're planning. You want to know when sunrise and sunset is, and dusk and dawn just kind of buys you that little buffer if ever you need it. But they don't last very long, especially if you're out in the mountains and you're going to be sleeping at the bottom of a valley. As soon as the sun kind of goes over the peak or over the mountains, it becomes dark really fast, and even your sunrise time and your sunset time might be a little skewed. But having that information and following it as you're traveling with your watch, so you know when it's time to backtrack perhaps, or take an alternate route back to the camp to make sure you're not stuck in the dark in the winter time, is just really the safest way to go. So that's my little tip of the day today. And the website I use to kind of find all that information is timeanddate.com. I'll leave the link in the description below. Hopefully you found some value into this video, and I will see you tomorrow for tip number 4. Peace.